Okay, kindly bring out your manuals and let's go to the chapter on conversion of units. Okay, so before we move to our conversion of units, let us first discuss the different systems of measurement. Okay, so first we have our International System of Units, or our SI system. So this is an international standard, meaning a lot of countries in the world will use this standard. It is closely or very identical to the metric system, but some units are not metric in the SI system. Okay? If you're wondering why it's called SI and not IS, it's because it's French. Okay? So it is a system of physical units based on the meter, kilogram, second, ampere, Kelvin, candela, and mole, together with a set of prefixes to indicate multiplication or division by a power of 10. Okay? So here are the 7 base units of our SI. Okay? So here are the 7 base units. Please take note that only one unit here isn't a base number. Kilograms is an SI unit which has a prefix, kilo. Okay? Siya lang po sa SI units ang merong prefix. Others, we have liters for volume, seconds for time, ampere for electric current, Kelvin for thermodynamic temperature, mole for amount of substance, and candela for luminous intensity or brightness. These are called base units because all other units in physics or in chemistry are derived from these units. So take for example, you have density. You could derive density from kilograms and liters. Okay? If you want distance or if you want speed, you have your walang length. Wala palang length sa SI. Okay? If you want a current or anything related to amperes, like watts, you could derive from amperes and seconds. Okay? So some notes when using SI, these are important so that you don't make crucial mistakes. Number 1, unit names and symbols are generally not capitalized. So G for grams, grams, seconds, moles, except for liters. Okay? Liters can be expressed as L, like capital letter L, or this one. Nakaganon. But I don't recommend you write L this way. Kasi mukha siyang 1. Okay? I prefer na nakaganto. Kahit ganto, ml, that would be preferable. Para maliwanag po na siya ay unit ng volume. Okay po? Sunod, in the US, a decimal point is used. While in other countries, in European countries, a comma is used instead. They are essentially the same. Just be wary of the convention kung saan kayo nagpa-practice. Malay nyo kayo mapapuntang Europe. Okay? A compound unit is a ratio or a quotient of 2 units indicated by a negative exponent, meaning if I wanted to express 5 milligram per ml, it is the same as 5 milligram ml raised to negative 1. Pwede po yun. This is an acceptable term. Hindi nga lang masyadong practical, pero maganda siya pag nagkakalculate kayo ng physics. Okay? But in our case, I prefer the fraction form. Ito kasi maganda to kapag madaming units, more than 3 sa isang number, maganda siya. Pero pag ganito naman, hindi naman tayo naglalampas ng units masyado sa FARCAL. So, this would be perfectly acceptable. Makikita nyo lang minsan sa ibang references, nakaganto siya. These are the same. What that means is 5 milligrams times the reciprocal of ml. Yun po yung sabihin nun. Kaya 5 milligram, 5 milligram per ml or 5 milligram ml raised to -1. These are the same. Symbols should not be combined with spelled out terms in the same expression. Take for example, 3 milligram per ml. Pwedeng 3 milligram per ml, pero hindi pwedeng 3 mg per milliliter. Pili na lang po kayo. Pero kaya nga po may shortcut para gamitin. Nakakatamad magsulat ng milliliter na buo, ilang letters yun? 12 ata. Two symbols exist for the microgram. Microgram could be expressed as this one, mcg, although this is for micrograms lang, or mu. Hindi po siya u, siya po ay mu. So it's a Greek character. Mahirap siyang hanapin sa keyboard. Pero ang sabihin po niyan, micro times 10 to the -6. Okay po? Two symbols exist. I prefer you use mcg instead para maliwanag. Kasi minsan, pag tinatamad, mukhang letter M ang sulat. Okay. In pharmacy practice, it is customary that centimeter square is equivalent to 1 ml. Okay? Makakakita po kayo, minsan, 1 cc, 2 cc, 3 cc. ml din po yon. That is equivalent to each other. Example, 5 cc epinephrine. 5 ml. Pinagkaiba lang, pangalan. Pero in terms of raw volume, they are the same. Just take note na ang cc ay hindi SI. Anong ating SI for volume? Liters. Pero mas maliit, milliliters. Ang cubic centimeter ay hindi SI. Itong dalawa. A zero should be placed in front of a leading decimal point. Take for example, you're going to administer 0.3 milligrams. Dapat, pag ganito, lagyan ninyo ng 0. Okay? Bakit? Pag ganitong sinulat nyo, at hindi nyo nakita na may dot, or malabo yung pagkakasulat ng dot, mukhang 3. Okay, take for example, ganito. Oh. Mukhang 3 sa malayo, or mukhang 3 pag nagkataon na hindi tuminta ng ayos ang ballpen. So, to prevent that, lagyan nyo po ng 0. Para alam nyo, 0.3. Kasi wala namang ibang situation na maglalagay ka ng 0 sa left side unless may decimal point. Another thing is that kapag naman po baliktad, pag whole number ang gamit nyo, take for example, 12. Wag na po kayong pabibo, lalagyan nyo pa ng 0.0. Para po accurate, hindi. Unless otherwise stated at isusulat mo lang, huwag kang titira ng ganyan. Bakit? Ganon din po sa kanina. Pag hindi nyo nakita yung period or yung decimal point, it looks like 120. So it is a 10-fold error. Malaki yon, times 10 yun ng actual na dose pag nagbigay ka. Okay, so to prevent that, kung whole number naman, just write 12 ml. Okay naman po. Hindi na pang pakabibuhan. Pag ganito, although accurate nga na 12.0, pag may tumingin at mali ang tingin, 120. Eh di pare-pareho kayong sabit. Okay, that's just for error checking. Okay? So in terms of units used in pharmacy, we have 3 units. We have our SI, we have our avoirdupois, and we have our apothecary. So SI is just what we discussed. Avoirdupois is a system of weights based on a pound of 16 ounces. This is from the US. It's an everyday system of weight used in the United States. And we have the apothecary system, which is a traditional system of weights and measures, especially used in pharmacy. So we must be familiar with all 3, even if apothecary is parang luma na. We should still be familiar with it. Okay? So, conversion of units. I will call some of you and you will recite what I am asking of you. Okay? Ikaw. Tayo. Tinawag kayo, tatayo kayo. Sa isang oras, ilang minuto? Okay, good. Ikaw? Okay. 1 pint, ilang milliliters? Ilan? Take a guess. Ilan? 1 pint? Sige, manghula ka ng number kahit ano. Tingnan natin kung gaano kalapit. Ano? Malayo. Sige po ka na. Ikaw? 1 pint. Ilang ml? 470. Good. 473 ml. Fluid ounce. Ilang ml? 29. Okay, good. Ikaw? Feet. Ilang inches? Isang ruler. Ilang inches ang isang ruler? May feet ba sa ano? Sa listahan? Parang meron. Or directly? Directly centimeters? Inch ang meron. Ay, siguro naman, alam mo kung ilang feet ang isang ruler. Ay, hindi, ilang inches ang isang ruler? 12, okay. 1 feet, 12 inches. 1 yard, 3 feet. Okay, although medyo rare na. Okay. Sige, mamaya ulit. It is of various uses that you are to master conversion. Kasi starting now, conversions would appear in all courses. The moment na nakatapak tayo dito, lalabas yan dito, lalabas yan sa OrgChem, lalabas yan sa QC. Okay? So failure to master conversion of units would eventually lead to poor performance because pag hindi tama ang pag-convert ninyo ng units, mali ang sagot ninyong makukuha. Okay? So dapat magaling mag-convert. Paano ba mag-convert? We use dimensional analysis. In dimensional analysis, it is a method of conversion wherein you show what units are being canceled, leading to the desired unit. We use conversion factors in our computation to interconvert our units. Okay? Itong conversion factors na ito, yan yung pinapasa ulo ko sa inyo. Okay? There's no easy way around it. Kailangan sa ulo ninyo by heart. Okay? Kasi kung hindi nyo alam ang conversion factor, wala na, tapos na. Kahit alam mo kung paano i-solve yung tanong, kung hindi mo kayang i-convert ng tama yung units, wala ka ring mararating. So, dapat pulido ang pag-convert ng units. Para mag-convert ng units, ganito po ang proseso. Meron kang given. Meron kang desired. Isulat mo ang given. Take for example, 1.2 pints. Gusto ko maging ml. Isulat mo ang given muna. Para madali, isulat mo ng naka-fraction. 1.2 pints. Okay. Gawin mo ang fraction. Pwede pong hindi na. Pwede pong hindi na. Preference na po kung gusto nyo isulat ng over 1. I prefer sometimes over 1, pero minsan pwedeng katabi na lang siya ng multiplication symbol. Sulat ng multiplication symbol. Okay? Then dito sa dulo, isulat ninyo ang desired. Anong desired natin? Milliliters. Okay. Sumulat kayo ng fraction bar. Now, this is the essential thing. You need to pick a conversion factor that converts pints into milliliters. Okay, dapat sa ulo nyo yun. So in our case, the conversion factor is 1 pint is 473 ml. Okay? Make sure to align the units properly. Kaya tayo nagda-dimensional analysis so that we could align the units properly. So 1 pint is 473 ml. This one is on top. Dapat, kung anong nasa taas, yun yung nasa baba. Okay po? Para mag-cancel yung units. So, anong unit dapat ang nasa baba? Pints. Anong nasa taas? ml. Ilang pints? Ilang pints? Pints? 1. ml? 473. Magka-cancel ang pints. Basta po magka-cross, magka-cancel po yan because pints divided by pints, 0. 1. Left to right, multiplication. Up to down, division. So, 1.2 times 4.73 divided by 1 equals ml. So, ilan po ito? 5, 6? 567.6. Okay. Now, conversion factors, nakuha. Conversion factors are two ways. Kung 1 pint ay 473, pwedeng baliktad. 473 is 1 pint. Pwede pong baliktad rin yun. Like for example, baliktad naman. $270 ml, 2 pints. Ano pong given? 270 ml over 1 times equals. Ang gusto natin ay pints. Anong conversion factor ng ml to pints? Kung ano yung kanina, yun din. Babaliktarin nyo lang. So, 473 ml is 1 pint. Sa ano 473 ml? Sa baba. Bago sa taas ay 1 pint. Kakancel out. Ang sagot ay 0.557 Okay, 0.57 pints. Naintindihan? Naintindihan? Okay. Okay, next. What if we have compound units? Meaning, we have a unit that is consisting of more than one unit. Okay. Tama. (42 grams per ml, 2 ounces per fluid ounce. US ounce po tayo, gamitin po natin is 28.35. This would take more than one conversion factor. Okay, in this case, it would take more than one conversion factor kasi i-convert nyo yung grams to ounces, i-convert nyo yung ml sa fluid ounce. But the steps are still the same. Gagamit lang po kayo ng dalawang conversion factor. So step 1, isulat ang number na i-convert. This time, mas maganda talaga naka-fraction. 42 gram per ml times. Kasi dalawa yung conversion factor natin. Okay? Let's start with grams. Grams to ounces. Ano po ang ating grams to ounces? US ounces. Ano? Ilan? 31.1. 31.1 grams is 1 ounce. Please take note, ibang ounce sa fluid ounce, ha? Like, kaya siya nilalagyan ng fluid ounce to indicate that it's a volume. Okay? Then, tapos na tayo sa grams, ml naman. Conversion factor, ml to fluid ounce. 29.57 ml. Saan nilalagay ang 29.57? Taas baba? Sa taas. Ngayon, pag nasa baba yung convert, sa taas nyo po ilalagay. Kasi ganun ba? Taas, baba, cancel. Taas, baba, cancel. Ang ayaw nyo mangyayari ay ganito. Kasi pag magkatapat yan, mali. Hindi pwede magkatapat ang the same unit. Ha? Lalo na pag nasa taas. Pag nasa taas, magiging squared po yon. Suppose, centimeter times centimeter. Centimeter square ang kalalabasan, which is, most of the time, wrong. Most of the time, hindi lagi. Okay? So, anong nasa taas? ml. Milliliters. Sa baba po ay fluid ounce. FLOZ. Okay? Tingnan natin, mag-convert. Magkakancel ang grams. Magkakancel ang milliliters. Ang lalabas po dyan ay ounce per fluid ounce. Ano pong sagot? 42 divided by 31. Hindi ko na isulat ng ml. 29.57. 42 divided by 31.1 times 29.57. Tandaan, left to right, multiply. Up, down, divide. 42 divided by 31 times 29.57. Okay lang na hindi in order. Kung example, magkabaliktad ka, walang problema. Due to the multiplicative property of equations, it shouldn't matter kung alin ang i-divide mo at ipag-multiply. So the answer would be 39.93. Okay po? Okay po? Okay? Goods. Goods. Okay. Bago tayo mag-proceed dito sa mga to, let's have conversion ng metric. Next, we have metric conversions. Okay? Yung kanina, yung pinasaulo ko sa inyo, those are from imperial to metric. Or metric to imperial. Ang mahirap doon ay sasauluhin niyo yung exact number. Okay? Take for example, fluid ounce, 29.57. Or fluid drachm, that's 39.69. Pag metric, madali. Ang kailangan mo lang gawin ay mag-times ng 10 or mag-divide ng 10. Depende kung gaano kalayo yung units. Okay? So the metric system is a unit of measurement based on the power of 10. So it's base unit, 10 to the second, 100, 10 to the third, 1,000, 10 to the fourth, 10,000. Pag pababa, ganun din po. 10, 10 raised to negative 1, 0.1, 10 raised to negative 2, 0.01. 10 raised to negative 3, 0.001. Okay? Ang kailangan yung solo dito ay yung prefix. Kaya may second page kayo ng prefix eh. Okay? But the most important in pharmacy is kilo, centi, milli, micro. Kilo, centi, milli, micro. Okay? It's so common, in fact, that we already have the 3 decimal point shift. These are the most common conversions in pharmacy. 1 kilogram is 1,000 grams. 1 gram is 1,000 milligrams. And 1 gram is 1,000 micrograms. Laging by 1,000 yung factor. That is the most common. Kaya kung sa ulo mo yon, yung 4 na units na yon, Lahat yon ang pagitan ay 1,000. 1 kilogram, 1,000 grams, 1 gram, 1,000 milligrams, 1 milligram, 1,000 micrograms. Okay na yon. Malayo nang mararating mo nun. Yan ang pinaka-common na units. Pag liquid naman, ml at liter lang. 1,000 ml is 1 liter. Yun na. Okay na yan. Okay? That's the most common. Paano kung hindi common? Okay? So, we have our prefixes. By knowing the equivalent of the prefix used, we will know how big or small it is in relation to the base unit. So, 1 kilometer is 1,000 meters kasi 1K is 1 times 10 to the 3. So, that is 1,000. 1,000 times the base unit. Ang milliliter, ganun din po. Ang millimeter, ganun din po. Milli is 1 times 10 to the negative 3. So, milli is 0.001 times our base unit. Okay? Now, maraming ways na pag-convert ng ating metric system. Okay? Maraming ways ng pag-convert ng ating metric system. Pwede nga po na iniibo lang natin yung decimal point. Okay? So the rule is, to change a metric denominator to the next smaller denominator, you can move the decimal point 1 place to the right. To change a metric denomination to the larger denomination, you're going to move the decimal point to the left. Take for example. 1,000. 12 grams. Iko-convert ninyo sa milligrams. Okay? Ang ating grams ay base unit. So, siya ay 1 times 10 raised to 0. Okay? Ang ating milligrams ay times 10 to the third. Tama? Milli, third. Negative 3. Okay. Negative 1, negative 2, negative 3. Okay? Ilan ang pagitan sa 0 at saka sa 3? 3. Nasaan ang decimal point? Nandito. I-move ang decimal point, 3 din. 1, 2, 3. Lagyan ng 0 at yan ang inyong kalalabasan. 12,000. Okay? Ako yung natatawa kasi hindi ko ginagawa to. I don't use this. I'm just showing you how you can ganon. But personally, alam ko naman na 1 gram is 1,000. I-multiply ko na lang ng 1,000 tapos ng araw ko. Okay? Isa pa. km to millimeter. Kilometer to millimeters. 0.605. Okay. Sulat natin ang ating prefix table. 0, 1, 2, 3. Tama? Kilo ay 3. Positive 3. Then ang ating gusto ay millimeter. Negative 3. Ilan ang ating iibo? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I-multiply natin. 0.605. I-move natin pakanan ng 6 na beses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 605. Tama ba? I-check natin. Hindi ko alam. Baka maling ginawa ko. Okay, personally, pag ako nagko-compute ng ganito, hindi ako nagbibilang ng ganyan. Bobo ako magbilang. To be completely honest, hindi ako nagbibilang ng ganyan. What I do is, I use still conversion factors. So, 0.605 km, I know that 1 km is 1,000 meters. Tama? Then 1 meter is 1,000 millimeters. Tama. Cancel, 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 cancel. 0.605 times 1,000 times 1,000. 605,000. 605,000. Tama. Tama? Tama no? 605,000 ang basa. Tama. Okay po. Preference nyo na po kung anong gusto nyang gamitin. Honestly, what I use is this method. Kasi, wala, doon ako nasanay. Ayoko nung nagbibilang pa kaliwa, pa kanan, kasi nalilito ako sa pagbibilang. At saka pag nagkamali ka ng bilang, mali ka ng 0, wala, mali ka na agad ng sagot. Okay? Okay, bigyan ko kayo ng isang sample. Paliit naman. Let's have 4454 milligrams to kilograms. Convert this. Ano po sagot? 4.54 times 10 to the negative 4. Okay? You can answer in scientific notation. It's a lot more accurate to answer in scientific notation. Okay po? So ito po yung ginagamit ko. Just in case you are interested. Pero bahala na kayo kung anong gusto nyo gamitin. Itong ginagamit ko, SI units to lower or higher using dimensional analysis. Basta alam nyo, yung katumbas niya sa ibang units, pwede kayong mag-dimensional analysis. Ang pinaka-importante dyan lagi is alam nyo kung ano yung kanyang value relative to the base unit. So take for example, micrograms, 1 million micrograms is 1 gram. So makikita na naman yon sa kanyang prefix. 1 times 10 to the negative 6 is 1 gram. Okay? Okay. Sagutan natin ngayon ang inyong sample problems. Turn your book or turn your manual into page 28. And let's answer the sample problems. First number, tama? First number? Pareho tayo? Okay. Add 0.025 kilograms, 1,750 milligrams, 2.25 grams, and 825,000 micrograms and express the answer in grams. Please take note, palatandaan po, bawal kayong mag-operations ng hindi pare-parehong units. You cannot multiply or divide grams and kilograms directly. Bawal yon. Convert all units to the same before proceeding with mathematical operations. Mali ata. Dapat. Yes. Ay. Bili na yung pasok, may basuruhan. Did you get the same answer? Okay, so in this problem, all you have to do is to convert everything first into grams, then add the grams together. So 0.0025 kilograms, 1 kilogram is 1,000 grams. 1,750 milligrams, 1,000 milligrams is 1 gram. 2.25, wala nang conversion. And 825,000, so 1 million micrograms is 1 gram. And you would end up with 7.325 grams of our of mass. Okay? Nakuha po? May tanong po ba? Straightforward naman po itong tanong na to. Pili tayo ng mahirap-hirap. Okay, let's try this one. Acetaminophen in amounts greater than 4 grams per day has been associated with liver toxicity. What is the maximum number of 500 milligram tablets a person may take daily and not reach the toxic level? Bataan, magising ka, kailangan ka ng ating. Oh, yan. Ano lang kaya mo mag-ingay? May sagot na po ba? Ang sagot po ay 8. Okay? 8 tablets. Okay? So, pwede nyo pong gawin dito is you have 4 grams. Grams in milligrams is 1,000. Mali. 4 grams times 1 gram is 1,000. So that is 4,000 milligrams. 4,000 milligrams divided by 500 milligrams per tablet is 8. Kung gusto niyo ipakita ko pa, 4,000 milligrams times 500 milligram per tablet, magka-cancel out po yung milligrams and you would have 8 tablets. Okay? In the Philippines, the maximum is 6 tablets per day of acetaminophen. Sa Philippines. Okay. More than that, you would experience liver toxicity. Kailangan na kayong turukan ng glutathione. Any questions with this problem? The only thing here is you need to convert grams to milligrams or milligrams to grams, depende kung anong gusto nyong daanan. Okay? Other sample problems po tayo? Sample problems. Hindi po natin isosolve lahat ng nandiyan sa linyong libro. That's for you to finish. Okay. Convert this. Minsan po, walang direct conversion. Like, wala kayong sinaulo na ilang minuto sa isang araw. Possible yon. Hindi nyo sa ulo. Pero alam nyo, kung ilang minuto sa isang oras, ilang oras sa isang araw, gamitin nyo as conversion factors. Okay? Solve. Means, marami tayong ganito na grams at saka milligrams per day. Ganun ang kanilang limiting for toxicological purposes. I think nasa libro niyo rin ata ito. Ay, nandun eh. Hanapin niyo lang. Anong page? Hindi, lahat ay nandun. Ah? Yun, page 24. Bataan. Gumising ka, kailangan ka na ating mundo. Bataan. Ipagdiwang mo, ang bagong buhay nasa sayo. Giko. Sir. Julie. May sagot na kayo? Ako wala pa. Wait lang. Okay. 30 ml per minute. Magsimula ako sa ml. 1,000 ml is 1 liter. Tapos na. Okay. Next is minute. Alam ko na 60 minutes sa isang oras. Ilang oras sa isang araw? 24 hours per day. Check natin kung magkakancel. ml, ml. Minute, minute. Hour, hour. Anong matitira? Liter, day. Tama? Tama. 30 divided by 1,000 times 60 times 24. 43.2 liters per day. Okay po? Okay. Kuha. Isa pa. If each bottle of a solution is 3 fluid ounces, how many liters are there in a pallet of bottles provided that one pallet contains 24 bottles? Hindi lang unit to unit ang conversion natin. Minsan, mga ganyan-ganyan tayo. Isang bote, isang box, isang kareta. Basta merong relationship, ang dalawang bagay, meron siyang conversion factor. Parang 5 daliri, isang kamay, 1:5, conversion factor po yon. Solved. Ang gusto isagot ay naka-liters. Nandyan yan sa inyong libro. Nandyan ba? Nandyan dapat. Diyan yung sagutan. Page ano? Page 24. Para hindi kayo nakatingin sa harap. Isilipin lang ako. Tagal. ba yan? Nasagutan? Okay, so here's the solution. Sa isang paleta, 24 bote. Ang isang bote, 3 fluid ounce. Yun yung relationships eh. As long as you can form relationships, you can form conversion factors. So, 1 pallet, 24 bottles. Sa isang paleta, 24 na bote. 24 bottles, isang bote, 3 fluid ounce. Tama? Bago, isang fluid ounce, 29.57. So, that would give you ml. Pero ang gusto ay liters. So, 24 times 3 times 29.57 divided by 1,000. You would end up with 2.12 liters. Pag pinakita ko yung cancellation, pallet, pallet, bottle, bottle, fluid ounce, ml, ml, you would end up with liter. Okay po? Nakakasunod? Sana? Okay? Try this one. A low-strength children adult chewable aspirin contains 81 milligrams of aspirin per tablet. How many tablets may be prepared from 1 kilogram of aspirin? Pasok na! Okay. Okay, the answer is? Okay. So the answer is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.6. Tama? Tama. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.6. Okay. So, 1 kilogram is 1,000 grams equals 1 million milligrams divided by 81 milligram per tablet, you could form 12,345 tablets. Okay. Note. Wala pong kalahating tableta. Walang kalahating bote. Walang kalahating syringe. Okay? Pag ang tanong ay ilang bote ang i-dispense mo at ang lumabas sa computation nyo ay 2.3, ilang bote ang i-dispense mo? Di kulang. Pag 2, 3. Labis. Okay? Bakit hindi 2? Dahil kulang. Bakit hindi 2.3? Kasi walang 0.3 na bote. Di ba? Hindi ka naman makakabili na sa botika. Pabili nga po kalahating bote. Hindi. Buong bote lang ang mabibili ninyo. May encounter nyo yan most commonly with amoxicillin, 250 per 5. Pag kinompute nyo kung ilang bote ang kailangan for 7 days, kulang ang 2, kaya dapat 3. Sabihin nyo na, ito pong pangatlong bote, dapat hindi nyo na mauubos dahil pagkatapos nun, tapos na dapat ang 7 days ninyo. Maliwanag po ba? May magkakamali pa sa inyo na rin. I'm pretty sure. May lalabas dyan. 2.7 bottles. Wala ngang putal na bote. We're just talking about dosage forms ha. Dosage forms. Okay? Pag bote, tablets, capsules, wala pong putal. Walang kalahati. Okay? 12,345 lang. Wala nang decimal point. Ito, Anong sagot? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.6 o 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6? 1, 2, 3, 4? Isipin ulit. Gamit ang utak. Anong tamang sagot? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Hindi ba ang sagot ay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.6? Meaning kulang ka na sa isa pang tablet? Di ba 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.6? So yung 0.6, kulang na sa sunod na dosage form. Kaya ang magagawa mo lang, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Liwanag. Okay? Kasi yung putal, kulang na sa isang buo. Okay po? Minsan, niisip din. Okay. A liquid oral concentrate of morphine sulfate contains 2.4 grams of morphine sulfate in a 120 ml bottle. Calculate the concentration of morphine sulfate in a milligram per ml basis. Dali lang yan. Ding 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 ding. Number 3 saka number 14. Anong sagot? Anong sagot? 20. Okay? 2.4 grams per 120 ml. Ko-convert lang po natin yung grams to milligrams. So 1 gram is 1,000 milligrams. You have 2,400 milligrams per 120 ml. You will have 20 milligram per ml. Okay po? Okay? You will encounter concentrations such as this later on the course. Pero yung pinaka-common yung makikitang ganyan is for liquid preparations like syrups, suspensions. Makakakita kayo ng 250 per 5, 125 per 5, 125 by 15. Yung mga yon ay ganun ang expression kasi ang 5 ml ay isang teaspoon. Bago ang 15 ml, isang tablespoon. So, ang pinapakita sa box, gano'ng kadaming gamot ang meron sa isang kutsara at sa isang kutsarita. Okay? Nakasulat ba sa inyo ang value ng tablespoon? 15 ml. Ang isang teaspoon ay 5 ml. Ang dessert spoon ay 7.5 ml. Okay. Nakikitok ba ako? $7.5. 10 ba? Siya, 10. It's uncommon yung dessert spoon. Hindi common ang dessert spoon. Hindi siya actually standard. Minsan kasi nagbabago ang value ng dessert spoon. Pero ang standard, hindi magmamali ang 15.5. Standard yon. Dessert spoon kasi, minsan nalabas, minsan hindi. Wala sa USP ang dessert spoon. So 10 na lang ang ating dessert spoon. Okay? Do you have any questions? May questions po ba sa conversions? Okay. Ang assignment ninyo, magpapadala ulit ng exercise. Magpa-practice kayo ng conversions on your own. Okay? So, uluhin nyo yung conversion table. Madali lang naman po mag-convert. Like, basta alam mo yung conversion factor, rekta lang. Ang problema ay pag hindi ninyo sa ulo ang conversion factor. Yun talaga yon. Okay? Walang kwenta kung alam mo kung paano mag-convert kung hindi mo mahugot sa utak mo ang conversion factor. Okay po? Naintindihan? Starting next week until matapos ang semester, expect all problems would involve conversion one way or another. Okay? Kaya mag-practice na kayo ngayon. Okay? The most common units, ang ma-advise ko sa inyo is fluid ounce, pint, quarts, gallon, pounds. Pounds for weight, very common. Sa Philippines, abnormal tayo. We measure height in foot inches and weight in pounds. Pero ang system natin ay metric. Okay, anong height mo? 5'4". Hindi, 5'4". 5'4", abnormal pang 5'4". Kasi yung 5'4", magkaibang unit, feet inches. Wait, baka lumabas. Okay. Anong height mo? Ang height kasi sa Pilipinas parang tanga. Alangan, like, how tall are you? 5'4". Okay, 5'4" is 5 feet 4 inches. Katulad na sabi ko kanina, hindi nyo mako-convert yung dalawang yan, hindi nyo mapapag-add yung dalawang yan. Kasi magkaiba siya ng units. Ang gawin nyo, pag ganyan ang height, i-convert nyo yung feet into inches. 1 feet, 12 inches. This is 60 inches. This is 4 inches. 64 inches ka. Then, saka mo i-convert sa centimeters. 1 inch, 2.54 cm. That's around 158 centimeters, I think. 64 times 2.54. 162.56. This is important because calculations based on height and weight are in metric. Ang data na nalabas sa Philippines ay pounds at saka foot inches. Okay? So, tandaan din kung paano mag-convert ng ganyan. Okay po? May tanong pa po ba? May tanong pa? Kakain na? Kakain na. Sige. You're now dismissed. Exercises will be sent together with the format. Prepare for a quiz next meeting on conversions. After which, I think, ano yung sunod na chapter? Ratio and proportion na? Density? Density? Okay. Isa sabihin yan. Yung exercises pala, pakipasa na. Yes. Magkaibang exercise yan. So, magkaibang submission. Opo, pakisulat din po ng class number. Kahit wala na yung title.